What's up guys, G-Libs here. Welcome back to another Rainbow Six Siege video. Today I'm going to be showing you guys my favorite Valk cam placement on every single ranked map in the game. And we're starting off on Oregon. So this is one that somehow has been in the game forever and people still don't know about it. You place it up here in the corner, pretty much like where the top of this little triangle is that you see in Trophy. So if I'm an attacker coming from Master Bedroom, I can't see it. If I'm coming from, these main stairs, I can't see it. It's just a really good one, really hard to see. I don't think I've ever had someone break it before, shoot at it, so one of the most effective ones in the game. Now on Clubhouse, this is one that is just kind of really cheesy. I put a cam right on like this little, I don't even know, I mean it's like a light bulb, but it's like really strange. I don't know how these wires like protrude out like that, but anyways, that's besides the point. Like, I mean, that is just very hard to see. That it looks like the light is just a part of the actual camera. So I mean, this is one literally no one has ever shot this camera out before. Even I mean, you can see the entirety of the construction. This is a very common spot that attackers will push from. They'll come from gym or bedroom when you're on cache, and they'll come right on through here. And I mean, like I said, it's just so hard for the attackers to see. You can't even really see the blue light because there's already so much light behind it. You can give calls to your team when they're about to enter into objective. One of the craziest cams in the game that people do not use ever. Now this next Valk cam spot isn't necessarily a great spot in itself, but it's what you do with it. So I like to place it in this little dark corner over here. I mean, right now you can't see it. Once I turn it on, of course, you can see it a little bit better. But I do this because this is such like a protected, secured spot for the attackers to, control. Once they rappel in here and they have control over this, I mean, they're able to plant, and it's really hard to do anything with it. So I think you guys can probably tell where I'm going with this. We're going to ping the floor like so, and then we're going to go under that ping. So you pretty much want to throw your C4 right around this ping here. So pretty much this is just going to kill them. You can see that's where the ping was. They're going to rappel in from this barricade here. They have so much cover back here. It gives them such an advantage. So I just put this here so you guys could have a better angle, but using this camera here, it's really protected. You're able to see when they hop in, and then of course, now Bank is one of those maps that just has so many good cam spots that it's really hard for me to pick just one. Just on this basement objective, I have like 3 cam spots obviously that I use, and they're all like really good, but I think my favorite one to use in the higher ranks is probably this one under this little desk in server. If I'm an attacker coming in into server, I'm gonna be peeking this, and I'm gonna be holding this door or back here. Again, if I'm coming down blue stairs, I'm just gonna be going like this. Even if I do stop, it's really hard for me to see that camera, and you can see it has a really good visibility for like how limited you're able to see it as an attacker. It can just see a lot. It sees a lot more of the room than the room can see it, I think is a good way to put it. So yeah, no one ever destroys this camera for me. Like, it's a good one to have. Server's probably the highest volume room that the attackers will enter from to get into objective on basement. So being able to have this cam here, being able to tell your team when they're entering, or even just when they enter the room, you can even see that over here. It's just super good cam to have. Now on Kanal, I like to put the cam right on this right little beam here that you can see, and yeah, it sort of faces outward towards the hallway. However, so if I were to show you guys, like if I'm the attacker, I can't see that at all. I'm coming up these stairs, I'm peeking the hallway. I mean, you can sort of see it out of the corner of your eye right there, but I mean, you're probably not peeking that wide, and you're also not looking at the top of your left hand corner of your screen when you're trying to hold a peek when you're entering. So I like this cam a lot. As you can see, you have a pretty clear shot onto printer room, onto the top of stairs, and then of course you can see all of bridge, which is the main priority, which is why I put it on the inside beam instead of the outside beam. And again, once you're in here, you're most likely, I mean, like, maybe you turn around to hold bridge or you turn around to hold the stairs as an attacker, but for the most part, once you're on bridge, the attacker is probably going to be holding the objective for most of the rest of the rounds. So I mean, if you're not red scanning and you're just yellow pinging, they're probably not going to find this cam. It's not the best one in terms of placement and in terms of hiding it. I know some people like to put it over here on the ceiling, but I don't know. I think it's really important to be able to see when they're coming up the stairs here, and even if they do get the cam right after they see it at the top of the stairs, I mean, either way, you're able to call out that there's people coming up Skybridge, and once you're able to hold Skybridge, and that's really important, you know, on this objective, it's really important not to just give up Skybridge control, and so even just having a 5-second advantage, being able to tell that there's someone on Skybridge, even if they do break the cam, I think that's really key. Plus, it's not like there's many places for them to go anyway, you know they're going to be behind these boxes, so what does it really matter if they destroy the cam anyway? As long as you know they're coming up there, that's really what's most important. So I actually don't have much experience playing Valkyrie on Chalet, but I have seen some good placements before, and this is definitely one of them. Placing the cam at the bottom of this like vegetation, you know, grass, you know, whatever it is, vines on the wall, is really good. I mean, I can hardly see that, and I know where it is, so this is just a really good cam. Again, this library hallway, it's just, you know, getting the areas, the rooms where you know the attacker is going to enter in from, especially in the end game. Like, there could be 30 seconds left and someone's out here in a gunfight with someone in piano, or they're trying to enter into A or whatever. Having cams in those rooms are so important. That's why I had the cam in server on bank, you know, that's why I had the cam in construction on clubhouse, of course. So I mean, having this cam here, I still like can hardly even see it, and I know you can't see me right now, but if I were to ping, it would, you know, be able to show me, like it would show the red ping. Also, you could do audio callouts. I think there's a better way to place this though, so I could actually see. Okay, yeah, there we go. So I placed it a little bit better. So if you don't want to use up your red pings so that they don't know where the cam is, or they don't know that there's a cam at all, then this is probably better. You can see, I mean, I have complete, you know, visual control now. I can even see down here at the end of the hallway. I can see when they're entering in from my left here. From, you know, the top of staircase. So this is again a great one to have. That's just like crazy to me. Like, you can hardly even see that. This cam on Kafe is sort of similar to the last one. I actually already placed it, and I'm getting closer to it, and you probably still can't see it. It's right here. So yeah, I place it at the bottom of the tree. I mean, when you try to throw a cam onto the tree, it doesn't stick. But I mean, having it on the bottom here, like on top of this little, you know, gift, it almost just looks like an ornament because it's just like a circle, you know, shape, but you can hardly even see it anyway. Really, the point of this cam is so that you can see when the attackers are coming up red, they're coming into cigar, they're going on to new Valk, or sometimes they'll go from cigar and they'll push into piano, try to take control of white hallway, of white stairs, and then subsequently take over A. So with this cam, of course, I mean, you have the trees covering you, but you still have enough visibility to be able to ping. You're able to see where the attackers are pretty well. You can see when they come out of that doorway into new balcony. You can see if they're coming closer to you. You can see if they're just trying to take over cigar and then enter into B from cigar. Just another great cam. I mean, that is so hard to see. Like, that is such a great cam placement, and it's similar to the last one. It's low down, it's hidden in the environment. This one is super effective. Alright, this next cam placement on border is going to go right in this little archway that I have here. So this is the cam right here. It almost doesn't even look like a camera because this is such a bright environment, which again is similar to the one that I put on Clubhouse. Having your cams on top of lights or in really bright areas really hides them really well. Like, that almost just looks like glass to me. Of course, you can see it a little bit better from the side, but like, I don't know, it kind of blends in a little bit better than just like a black sphere. Yeah, you have it in between this archway here. Again, you're able to see into fountain, into office, see if a attacker is gonna try to get into archives or go into lockers. For me, this cam is just so valuable because you're able to see two of the main entry points into the objectives in just one camera, and I mean, they're like right next to each other. So you're able to see, of course, bottom metal, top metal. You're able to see when they're coming down this hallway, and then of course you're also able to see into office, into fountain, and then see when they're going into archives as well. So for me, it's just, is it kind of easy to see? Yes, but the value is just so high there that I think that the trade-off is definitely reasonable. On Skyscraper, I like to create a little hole. Actually, it would be much smaller than this in reality, but I kind of messed up getting this little corner here when I was making the hole, so it made it a little bit bigger, a little bit easier to see. So in reality, it would be a little bit harder to see that cam, but basically this cam splits up Geisha and then of course those main stairs over there. So with this cam, you're able to see when people enter in from Geisha, when they're about to leave Geisha and go into the hallway, and then of course you're able to see these main stairs as well. And then an added plus is that you can see see when people are entering in from drums into the hallway as well. So this really gives you 3 advantage points. So you're basically covering 3 different spots with one camera. That leaves 2 cameras for you to figure out that side of the map. So I really think that the value is really good here. Now on Coastline, I like to put a camera in this dark little corner here in VIP. You can see when the cam's off, you really can't see that. Of course, when the cam's on, it's going to be a little bit easier. But this pretty much covers the entirety of VIP. You can get people that are also coming from Hall of Fame. So this works when you're, of course, defending billiards and hookah. And then it really also works when you're defending penthouse as well. It's just not as much of a common, objective for you to have to defend. But VIP is, of course, a really common spot that attackers will try to gain control of. Sometimes they'll destroy this wall here and have a clear shot into billiards. So having this cam here, I can't see that at all. I know where it is, but I can't see it. So again, really hidden spot. It's a good flank cam. You can have your roamer come all the way around master bedroom into penthouse, through, of course, Hall of Fame, and then into VIP, and this cam is going to make that really easy. Now this cam on Theme Park is actually going to go up in this corner here. So it's going to go in this corner here. This cam is going to show all of Dragon, Dragon Stairs. You're able to see maintenance, and then you're able to see this hallway as well. However, this cam is definitely much better for when you're on Throne, when you're downstairs, because up here it's a pretty easy camera to see. However, when you are downstairs, no one is going to be looking up there, and even if they are, they're probably still not going to see that Valk cam. So of course there's the cam here already, but they're going to shoot that out, and then you already have all of Dragon control. And this, again, is a very common point between all of my placements for my cameras. They're going to go in the rooms that are right in front of the objective before the attacker runs into objective, so that you're able to have comms and be able to ping your teammates to show that there's someone that's about to walk into objective right now. Again, that's just going to be a very common denominator between a lot of my cam placements. Now on Villa, I like to put this cam right here in this little bookshelf here. Again, it's an easy one to see, but you're able to take control of such an important area, being this hallway, being able to see 90, being able to see top of these stairs over here into study. It's just really important for this objective on Villa. So being able to take control of this hallway is very important. Now on Outback, this is a classic one. Placing the camera on top of this little light projector thing. Again, you can see that there's something on there, but you can't really make out that it is a Valk cam. So if I were to walk in and I saw that, I probably still wouldn't think anything of it. Having a camera in bowl is just really important. Even if you're defending party or if you're defending laundry, it's just a really good one to have for when you're upstairs in general. Just such a high volume of attackers will come push through here, whether it's garage, whether they're coming from shark. Again, there's just so many people that will rotate through here as attackers, and then eventually they'll try to push into objective, whether it's party or laundry. So having this camera is really important. Now for this cam on Emerald Plains, you're going to want to place it in this little corner here. It's going to show you the top of this hallway. Specifically on this objective, it's good to have because this hallway here is really important for the attackers to hold down when they're pushing into A. And then of course, this room here is probably the most important for them to take over. You're going to see attackers in this room every single time when you're defending upstairs on this objective on Emerald Plains. So again, having one camera, being able to see 2 of the most important parts that attackers are going to be pushing for, 2 of the most important rooms that the attackers are going to be trying to hold, that's really good upside to this camera. I'm not going to do Stadium Bravo just because it's pretty much just a mixture of 2 maps that we just did previously in this video, so it's kind of just redundant. And then finally on Nighthaven Labs, I'll place a camera in this corner here since it's in the back, so most likely the attackers are going to be entering in from this barricade and going over here, or they're going to be coming from this room and going over here. So either way, this corner is sort of the back, to them, so they're not going to be looking that way very much. Not a super high effort camera. This is sort of just a good one to have in electrical because this is, again, main spot that the attackers are going to try to hold before getting into servers, before getting into objective. So having this camera here, being able to alert your teammates when they're about to push in is a really good one to have. And of course, they'll probably destroy it, but being able to tell them that, they're in there, they're in electrical, you know, even before they destroy the cam, it's a really good thing to have, and then you're able to focus your attention more towards this side of the objective, which is really the key of having the cameras out for Valk. Not necessarily just being able to ping them the whole time, but having, you know, little spurts of intel to be able to tell your teammates. So yeah, that'll pretty much do it. Thank you guys all so much for watching. That is my favorite Valcam placements on all of the maps in the ranked playlist on Rainbow Six Siege. If you guys have a suggestion for what video you guys want to see next, please let me know in the comments. But you guys should go ahead and press the playlist that's on screen now for more Rainbow Six Siege tips and tricks, map callouts, site setups, spawn peaks, pretty much anything imaginable to get better at Rainbow Six Siege. I probably have a video on it. But besides for that, I'll see you guys all in the next one. Peace.